Welcome all to the Beardstown Courthouse on this day, May 3rd, 1858. You're about to witness Abraham Lincoln, Esquire, in action in this court. Pay careful attention because today we are asking you to be the jury, not for the court case you're about to witness, but to judge Abraham Lincoln's skills and abilities as a lawyer. First, let me introduce you to the members of our court. This is William Duff Armstrong, who today is being accused of murdering James Preston Metzger by this man, Charles Allen. And he, as you may recognize him, is the defense attorney, Abraham Lincoln. And they are the prosecution lawyers, Hugh Fullerton and J. Henry Shaw. And I am the bailiff, Sheriff James Dick. All rise for the Honorable Judge, James Harriet.
You may be seated.
Hold that thought. My name is Mary Todd Lincoln. Ever since I've known Abraham, he's been in law, but he had many different jobs before finding his way to the courtroom. He was a farmer, rail splitter, clerk at the general store, postmaster, and surveyor before fighting as a captain at the Black Hawk War, where he met my cousin John Stewart, who encouraged him to study law. Lincoln was self-taught and passed the bar exam when he was just 27. He first paired with my cousin John Stewart, and then paired with another cousin of mine, Stephen Logan, and then he paired with his current law partner, William Herndon. Well, he is always busy with law. Well, at least law is better than hog sticking.
My pops got into a wrestling match with Lincoln when he was in high school. My dad cheated, so Lincoln demanded a rematch. Lincoln always wanted to be fair. Soon after, they became good friends. Lincoln was good friends with my parents when I was little. It really shows a strength in character that he would take on my case pro bono, even though my dad is no longer with us. I like your hat.
I would like to call as witness Mr. Charles Allen to answer some questions. Mr. Allen, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I swear.
You may continue.
Mr. Lincoln, may I suggest a cross-examination on the witness?
Mr. Allen, did you see the fight?
Yes,
What time did it occur?
11 o'clock at night.
Did you have a candle with you then?
What would I need a candle for?
How would you have seen the fight at 11 o'clock without a candle?
The moon was very bright.
Full moon, I presume?
That's correct.
Does not the almanac say that on August 29th, 1857, the day of Metzger's death, the moon was barely past the first quarter? And does it not say that by 11 o'clock, the moon would have completely disappeared? So it would have been impossible for you to see anything at 11 o'clock without a candle. I rest my case.
Oh no, here he goes again. This Lincoln is so clever. He always manages to find a few clear points that make his whole case, and he really knows how to simplify details and appeal to a jury.
Like that recent case where he used chicken bones to demonstrate complex medical information to his rule-based jury.
This guy handles everything from civil or criminal cases, from farmers fighting over cows to corporate railroad cases.
He has traveled all over the 8th Judicial Circuit of Central Illinois and argued several hundred cases in the Illinois Supreme Court. He doesn't win them all, but his logical arguments are difficult to beat.
I'm William Herndon, and I've been Lincoln's law partner for 14 years. While his appearance and mannerisms may seem awkward and strange, he has a great talent for practicing law. For example, when he rises to speak to the jury, he stands inclined forward. He also waves his arms around and jerks his head. To this day, I'm still surprised by the way he carries himself in the courtroom. Nevertheless, he's an amazing lawyer. Why, once he was even able to win both sides of the same case. He believes in being honest in all events and is devoted to fighting for justice. He's been so devoted that he even took time away from preparing for his debates with Stephen Douglas to represent this boy, the son of his childhood friend.
Abraham was so devoted that he delayed our wedding plans after being engaged for 2 years, and is often away from home working on cases.
How could you let this happen?
Not our fault.
What are my chances of winning? Don't worry, Lincoln's an amazing lawyer.
I hereby declare the defendant not guilty. Mr. Armstrong, you are free to go.
I should have known Lincoln would win with a book. He is an avid reader, and he even advises other lawyers to learn to have the capacity to read from the letters that he writes to them.
After this trial, Lincoln went on to work on multiple other cases. In total, he handled 27 murder trials.
Also, before the Almanac trial, Lincoln had a case that made him nationally known as the F.E. Afton trial. A steamboat, the F.E. Afton, was the fastest side-wheel steamboat at the time, crashed into a pillar of a Rock Island Bridge Company bridge. The owner of the F.E. Afton tried to sue the bridge company for building the bridge in already dangerous waters. This case happened on September 8, 1857.
Lincoln and I continued being partners until his political career took him off to Washington. By then, he had been practicing law for a total of 25 years. He told me that he would come back to continue our partnership as if nothing had happened, but sadly, this was the one promise that Honest Abe was not able to keep. He was assassinated at 10 p.m. by John Wilkes Booth, watching the play Our American Cousin at Ford's Theater.
Years after this trial, my three brothers and I all enlisted in the Union Army to fight under Lincoln in the Civil War.
Abraham and I went off to have 4 sons, but our family faced much tragedy. Our son Edward died in 1850. We guess it was from tuberculosis. Our other son Willie died in 1862 from a fever. Then I lost Abraham in 1865, and our Tad ended up dying in 1871 because of an illness.
She was in a lot of grief when her last son, Robert, ended up declaring her insane.
I went on to become the 16th President of the United States, who beat our country through its bloodiest war, the Civil War, and helped abolish slavery in the United States of America. But alas, I did not make it through my second term in office and never got a chance to make it back to Springfield and resume my law career.
So what say you, jury? Does Abraham Lincoln seem guilty of being a remarkable and quick-witted lawyer before he became one of our greatest presidents?
Case closed.
My name is Finn Powell, and I played William Herndon.
My name is Sam Harlan. I played the part of James Harriet, the judge.
I'm Enrico Beach, and I played the part as William Duff Armstrong.
I'm Bruce Beam, and I played the part as Abraham Lincoln.
I'm Matthew Ravel, and I played the part of J. Henry Shaw.
I'm Lindsay DeHeve, and I played the part of Hugh Fullerton.
I'm Joshua G., and I played the part as Charles Allen, the witness.
I'm Aiden Minkoth, and I played the part of Sheriff James Dick, the bailiff.
And I'm Katie Coon, and I played the part of Mary Todd Lincoln.